Let's read. It says a company sold shares, okay, at a fixed price of, this was the price per share, for a period of 5 years. A minimum guaranteed interest rate earned over the 5-year period is 6.7 per annum, compounded quarterly. Interesting. Let's write that down. The interest rate is, what is it? 6.7% per annum, compounded quarterly. This is a nominal quarterly rate. Okay, remember we need to change it into an effective quarterly rate. Per quarter, compounded quarterly. And the way we do that is by dividing it by 4, but we'll do that just now. Let's read on. Colleen purchased 10 shares every quarter over a 5-year period. Okay, I think we need a timeline here, so let me make space for us. She went and she purchased, our timeline is going to show, she purchased shares every quarter for a 5-year period. Now, over a 5-year period, there's 20 quarters because there's 4 quarters per year. Okay, now remember we're working with quarters. So my timeline needs to reflect quarters. Okay, they told us the price per share, the fixed price per share, is 875.50. She bought 10 every time. So her first purchase here cost her 8,755 Rand. And so did the second purchase, 8,755. And she continued to purchase right up to the end of the 5-year period. Okay, determine the percentage minimum profit on the total cost of shares bought at the end of 5 years. Now we'll come to that question. No, let's talk about it now. Determine the percentage minimum profit. So first of all, we need to know to how much did this investment of her grow. Okay? That will be the amount of money in this investment account at the end of 20 quarters, 5 years. Okay? Once we've got that, we find the amount that she paid into the account and we divide the total by the old whole. The old whole for this fraction is, and that's WHOLE, is the amount of money she initially paid for these shares. So let's have a look. First thing to deal with is 6.7. I need to divide that by a beautiful 400, and that gives me a lovely 0.016, what is it, 75. Okay, so that's the value of I. I want to know what is the future value in this account so I can work out how much did she earn, how much percentage profit did she make. Okay, so my future value, it is an annuity, and the reason why this is an annuity is because it's regular payments at regular intervals. Okay, so it's 8755 at 1,01675 for a period of 20 compounding periods. Remember, that's what this represents, is the number of compounding periods that took place, divided by 0.01675. Now, folks, we all use our calculators differently. You can work this out in your calculator if you want to check me. Write the answer down and check if you get to the same thing. Okay, I've calculated the answer for you, and that answer is that at the end of the 20 quarters, she has 205,973 Rand and 49 cents in this investment account that she invested in. Okay, so that's the answer to A. Determine, not the answer yet, determine the percentage minimum profit. Okay, so how do I find that? I now have to say to myself, okay, she at the end of this period, let me change color. So the percentage profit, remember they say minimum percentage profit because the interest rate was a guaranteed minimum interest rate. So she could have made more, but the minimum that she would have made under these conditions is as follows. It's the 205,973.49, and we divide that by 20 multiplied by 8755, because that is the amount that she at the end of the day invested when she bought these shares. Okay, if I do this calculation, I can times that by 10 and then by 2, and to convert it finally to a percentage, you will see that it is 17.63% that she has earned in terms of the profit. So she's made a 17.63% profit with this investment. Now the second half of the question is also interesting. The second half says, Colleen took a bank loan of 300,000 at the beginning of the same year that she bought the 10 shares, indicated above, and paid back the loan on monthly installments. Her first payment was made at the end of the first month, which was January. The bank offered her an interest rate of 9.5 per annum, compounded monthly for 15 years. Well, they say, if she had sold her shares at the end of year 5-year period based on so if she had sold her shares, she would have received 205,937. If she sold this, they ask you, would she be able to pay the balance on the loan after, what was it, after 5 years? Now remember, the loan was for 15 years. So let's just write that information down here. First of all, I need my interest rate, which was 9.5. I need to divide it by 1200 to make it effective per month. So 0.007916, and it recurs. Okay, that's the first thing. This is for a 15-year period. So 15 years is equal to how many months? 180 months. We just take 15 and we times it with 12. I'm rushing myself a bit because I can see our time is running out on me. Okay, so that is the amount of months that this loan was going to be repaid at. Remember, the present value of the loan is 300,000. So again, we're working with an annuity. So the 300,000, we need to find out how much money had to be paid back monthly for her to amortize the loan before we can find the outstanding balance. So 0.7916 recurring to a minus 180 divided by 0.07916 recurring. Now remember, when you put this into your calculator, you just kind of keep on pressing sixes until there's at least about 10 sixes so that you didn't round it down. Okay, having done this calculation, you'll get to a monthly payment of 3132.67. So this is what she had to pay back per month. Well, folks, why did I need this calculation? Well, I need an outstanding balance. I need to find out that if she took her share money, which we know was how much? 205,974,000. Could she have paid this loan off after 5 years? So I need the outstanding balance after 5 years. Okay, so let's find it. The outstanding balance after 60 months is the present value of all the payments that she has not made. So 1 minus 1,007916 recurring. She has made 60, so there's 120 left. So what this calculation is doing is it is removing the interest from the payments that she would have made, and it brings it to year 5. Okay, that's why the outstanding balance. Okay, so if I now calculate this on my calculator, I will get a total of 242,096 rand and 53 cents. That is how much she still owes the bank after 5 years of paying back 3132.67. Now remember, her investment amount would have been, after 5 years, would have been 205,973.49. This is after year 5. So we can see she is short 37,000 rand. Else she could have sold her investment and paid back the loan after 5 years.